Preston Foster, coming your way with another episode of Waterfront. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Ready to blast off? You want to see this show? You gotta hurry. Thank you, mister. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. How do you do? How do you do? Here, folks, here! Hurry, hurry, hurry!
Herrick? Yeah. Let's go.
Where were you last night?
I had a little trouble.
Say, what happened? You're supposed to look like a carnival man.
They had a watchman in the gangplank. I had to take a bath to make the dock. My one bad break.
Any trouble?
Not very much. There was a guy, but I took care of him. He didn't see my face. You have to listen to that all day?
Yeah, and half the night. For this kind of money, who cares? Say, you any good at this kind of work?
Yeah, they taught me in Budapest. I guess Budapest was the first place they ever used carnival for espionage. It was a Nazi trick. They found out everything they wanted to know without losing a man.
Yeah, but the FBI is rough and smart, so we got to be more careful than the Nazis. Now, there are 3 pushers. You meet them out there. Don't say anything. Just take what they have to sell. Value it and pay off the next day. There's no arguing. You set the price. But don't try a double cross. That could put the FBI and us both on your trail.
You know my record.
Yeah, you come highly recommended. Right now, the big buys come from Nevada, guided missiles and atomic research. Next come facts and figures on Alaskan airstrips. I'll be here long enough for you to meet the pushers.
What about the man who owns the concession?
He knows from nothing. I told him I wanted some time off and I'd get someone to replace me. You got a social security number?
Sure. Everything.
Would you recognize this man if you saw him again, Captain John?
Oh, I'm sure I would. Mr. Martin, when I looked through the porthole, he was facing me. When I opened the door, he had his back turned. Knocked out the cabin light, and then he knocked out mine.
Hey, sounds like you're slipping a little, Dad. I thought we'd better call in the FBI. Maybe the man jumped ship, that's all. Would you give me the position of your tug and the freighter?
Yeah, we were moored at Pier 12. Diana Newson was about 25 feet astern of us. She was just in from Manzanella. We were waiting to take her out on the tide.
And where was your crew, Captain? I mean, when you found this man in the cabin.
They were down the street playing shuffleboard. They weren't due for another hour.
Dispatcher to Charo Ann.
I'll get it, Dad.
Come in, please.
How was the man dressed?
When I saw him, he had on some of my clothes, but there was a wet suit on the floor. Might have had a few too many and fell off a dock, but he didn't have that look. Besides, when Jim examined the doorknobs, they were clean of prints. That doesn't look like a few too many either.
Well, that was our reply from the Anna Knutson. Her captain can't help us much. His crew is all accounted for. Nobody's jumped ship while in San Pedro. Well, what did you have in mind when you called me, Jim? Fifth column drop? Yeah, I figured if they were unloading a troublemaker for the waterfront, it might be a good idea to get a lead on him. That's a good hunch. Let's find out. The Anna Knutson should stand about 2 hours out to sea, flying time. Maybe I can find the evidence of a stowaway's nest. I guess you're stuck with the legwork, Jim. Oh, that's all right, but what am I looking for? A wet suit of clothes. Well, I was lucky. My 29th stop. I was going to start working in towards Los Angeles, and there it was, our wet tweed suit. Sure it's the right one? Positive. Besides the soaking in salt water, it had an oil scum on it. You know the kind you find around a freighter? So I told the tailor to go ahead. The guy's going to pick the suit up around 6 o'clock. What does our man look like? Oh, the tailor couldn't remember very much. Well, it's a cinch he made the trip from Manzanella to San Pedro on the Anna Knutson. Well, how do you know that? Well, I was lucky, too. I found a place in the hold of the ship where he'd really set up light housekeeping. Captain said it was impossible until I told him how the operation works.
I got a hotel room down the street a couple of blocks. Well, hold it. I'll pick up my suit. Pick up what?
My suit. You didn't want me to leave it on the tug.
Now, just a minute. Wait right here.
What's wrong? Nothing, maybe. I just don't want to take any chances. Look, there's a phone booth back there.
Call that tailor and tell him you can't come till tomorrow to pick up your suit.
Now I know why you're being replaced. You got the jitters.
Yeah, but I'm alive and trying to stay that way. Now make that call, and don't leave the phone booth till I come for you.
The tailor know what to do? Well, he's going to hand out the suit, and that's all. I told him to pick the guy up when he got out the street. Better see what he wants. Our guy called. He's not going to pick that suit up until tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Well, they must have used his head. They tied us in with the suit somehow. There's no use waiting around here. I'll put a check on the place, and then we can come back tomorrow. My guess is the suit will never be picked up.
Well, here. Lock up in my hotel room and stay there. The number's on the key. Use the back entrance and don't let anyone see you. It's my skin as well as yours. Now beat it.
Yeah?
Let me in.
What happened? Why are you keeping me here?
That tailor shop was a trap. There were 2 men waiting outside to pin you. Now, who put them on to you?
The guy beat up, I guess. But he didn't see my face. Must have been the suit.
And what about the tailor? Didn't he see your face?
Yeah, sure he did. Well, it was a slip. Won't happen again.
Let me see the tag. Captain John, the Sherillan. What were you going to do? Send this to the laundry? You're not going anyplace.
Quite a coincidence, huh? Murder and robbery. You don't buy that, do you?
No, the tailor was silenced. He could point a finger and say, that's the man you're after, mister. Now your father's the only one who can do that, Jim. It means he has to stick his neck out pretty far.
Dispatcher to Cheryl-Ann. Come in, Captain John.
Okay, Herb. Hello, Terry.
Teddy got straight A's on his report card, so that calls for a celebration tonight. And we're looking for a man to foot the bill.
Not that I wouldn't be delighted, but I'm afraid you got the wrong Herrick.
Not to deflate your ego, Captain John, but you are the second Herrick we've called. Carl has some kind of business meeting, which sounds very dull. Of course, if you don't think you're up to our speed.
Listen, I want you to know I'm a 40-knot man. You and Teddy can ride in the backwash. I'll call you as soon as we get in. Bye. Better wind him up, Sid. It's getting near the time.
Captain John. Our chances for a boat ride.
Oh, Mr. Martin, sure. Hop aboard. Stand by to cast off.
Did you read about the Long Beach murder?
That Taylor? How do you like that? Murdered for a couple of bucks.
That's what the police blotter says. But Jim and I feel there was a different motive. And the murderer was either your man who jumped ship or an accomplice.
that figure?
Well, we're basing a lot on supposition, but there are some facts, too. In ordinary circumstances, the murderer would try to get as far away as possible from the scene of his crime, but he seems to be hanging around. Now, Jim and I figure he's waiting on the pike for someone, or something's nailing him down.
I'll know him when I see him.
That's our only lead, Captain John.
What do you want me to do, Mr. Martin?
Search every inch of the pike. Go in all the concessions and the bars. Just act like a guy is out for laughs and a couple of beers. But try not to miss a single face. Now, Jim and I can't be seen around the pier because we must have been spotted in the car outside the tailor shop. But Jim will be your contact.
Where do I find Jim?
He's holed up under the roller coaster. Now, you may need some help. Do you have a friend you can trust without telling him too much?
Yeah, Captain Jordan. He's a scrapper and a betting man. He's been trying to get me on the pike for months. All I have to tell him is that I'll spot him 5 shots in the shooting gallery. He'll go right along with no questions.
$7 this time.
That's $2 you owe me.
You looking for someone?
Could be.
Blonde?
Brunette.
About so big, a little chubby?
So big, and all muscle.
And she's got a friend. Count me out.
Throughout a space in a rocket ship. See the sight of that great hemisphere, ladies and gentlemen. Meet Yanko, the mysterious man from the planet Zorro. Hurry, folks, hurry. We're just about to blast off. The admission is 25 cents here. Okay. Buy your tickets, ladies and gentlemen, $0.25.
One of the pushers. Go make your pickup and remember his face.
5 cents, $0.25. We're just about ready to blast off. If you want to see this show, you gotta hurry. Thank you, mister. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed. How do you do?
You've been practicing. Used to be a pitcher.
Ah.
Well, if it isn't Speedy.
Did you see Terry kill that baseball, Captain John?
Yeah. Jordan and I just having a few laughs.
Don't blame me. It was his idea.
Oh, so Jordan helped you fix the Sherland's valves and this is to pay him back.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the Sherland's valves? The first time I've heard of it.
Look, Captain John. Planet Zorro. It's real out of this world.
Yeah.
Come on, let's face it, Teddy. We've been stood up.
Don't blame me.
Look, you can ride in a spaceship. And there's a man from Planet Zorro. All for 25 cents.
I'm sorry, I can't go with you right now. Terry, you take him inside, and I'll meet you as soon as I can.
How about give me a chance to get my $5 back?
I'll flip you for it, double or nothing.
All right.
Dale, get it up.
huh?
Hi, Jim. That man's here. I didn't see him anyplace. I've looked everywhere.
Come on in.
I'm sorry to let you and Martin down.
There's no letting down. We do the best we can, hope for a break. Say, I saw you bumping into Carl's girl and Teddy.
Yeah. I broke a date. You and Martin will have to do the explaining.
Later, when the case is wrapped up.
I'm too. She'll hear about it.
My first miss. Dad, you may as well go home. Martin will get in touch with you tomorrow. You probably want to try again tomorrow.
Oh, wait a minute. Where you been? Give me a chance to get my $10 back. Some other time. Let's pick up Ted and Terry. 2 tickets, please.
Hey, out, folks. Hey, out.
Kid stuff. Let's wait for him outside.
Who's that man?
The man whose clothes you've been wearing? The man from the tug? Come, let's go.
You want it for questioning down at the police department.
I don't get it. Why?
Let's go.
Now you're talking.
Oh,
Thanks, Jordan. Dad. Let's take these guys in.
Gosh, and Captain John had to miss all the excitement.
Well, we hope you enjoyed tonight's story, and that you'll be with us next week for another episode of Waterfront.